You ought to know you're running this one. Val looked down at the planet. Clouds were beginning to form at the twilight edge. I hate to go down and leave this ship up here with no one in it. They can't touch it. No matter how they develop in the next 100 years, they still won't be able to get in it or damage it in any way. It's myself I'm thinking about there. Down there, alone. I'll be with you, on the other side of Earth. That's not very close. I'd like it better if there was someone in the ship to bring it down in a hurry if things get rough. They don't think much of each other, and I don't imagine they'll like aliens any better. They may be unfriendly, Nathaniel acknowledged. Now he switched a monitor screen until he looked at the slope of a mountain. It was snowing, and men were cutting small green trees in the snow. I've thought of a trick. If it saves my neck, I'm for it. I don't guarantee anything, said Nathaniel. This is what I was thinking of. Instead of hiding the ship against the sun, where there's a little chance it will be seen, we'll make sure that they do see it. Let's take it around to the night side of the planet and light it up. Say, pretty good, said Val. They can't imagine we'd light up an unmanned ship, said Nathaniel. Even if the thought should occur to one of them, they'll have no way of checking it. Also, they won't be eager to harm us with our ship shining down on them. That's thinking, said Val, moving to the controls. I'll move the ship over where they can see it best, and then I'll light it up. I'll really light it up. Don't spare power. Don't worry about that. They'll see it. Everybody on Earth will see it. Later, with the ship in position, glowing against the darkness of space, pulsating with light, Val said, You know, I feel better about this. We may pull it off. Lighting the ship may be just the help we need. It's not we who need help, but the people of Earth, said Nathaniel. See you in 5 days. With that, he entered a small landing craft, which left a faintly luminescent trail as it plunged toward the Earth. As soon as it was safe to do so, Val left in another craft, heading for the other side of the planet. And the spaceship circled Earth, unmanned, blazing and pulsing with light. No star in the winter skies of the planet below could equal it in brilliancy. Once a man-made satellite came near, but it was dim and lost sight of by the people below. During the day, the ship was as visible as a bright spot of light. As evening, it seemed to burn through the sunset colors. And the ship circled on, bright, shining, seeming to be a little piece chipped from the center of a star and brought near Earth to illuminate it. Never or seldom had Earth seen anything like it. In 5 days, the 2 small landing craft that had left it arched up from Earth and joined the orbit of the large ship. The 2 small craft slid inside the larger one, and the doors closed behind them. In a short time, the aliens met again. We did it, said Val exultantly as he came in. I don't know how we did it, and I thought we were going to fail, but at the last minute they came through. Nathaniel smiled. I'm tired, he said, rustling. Me too, but mostly I'm cold, said Val, shivering. Snow, nothing but snow wherever I went. Miserable climate. And yet you had me go out walking after that first day. From my own experience, it seemed to be a good idea, said Nathaniel. If I went out walking one day, I noticed that the next day the officials were much more cooperative. If it worked for me, I thought it might help you. I did. I don't know why, but it did, said Val. Anyway, this agreement that they made isn't the best, but I think it will keep them from destroying themselves. It's as much as we can expect, said Nathaniel. They may have small wars after this, but never the big one. In 50 or 100 years, we can come back and see how much they've learned. I'm not sure I want to, said Val. Say, what's an angel? Why? When I went out walking, people stopped to look. Some knelt in the snow and called me an angel. Something like that happened to me, said Nathaniel. I didn't get it, but I didn't let it upset me, said Val. I smiled at them and went right about my business. He shivered again. It was always cold. I walked out, but sometimes I flew back. I hope that was all right. In the cabin, Val spread his great wings. Renaissance painters had never seen his like, but knew exactly how he looked. In their paintings, they had pictured him innumerable times. I don't think it hurt us that you flew, said Nathaniel. I did so myself occasionally. But don't you know what an angel is? No, I didn't have time to find out. Some creature of their folklore, I suppose. Except for our wings, they're very much like ourselves. Their legends are bound to resemble ours. Sure, said Belle. Anyway, peace on earth. End of Second Landing by Floyd Wallace.